Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly Live. It's Thursday night, 7 p.m. And I tell you, another week has passed, and I got a great show lined up with a great special guest. If you saw the YouTube post and the Facebook promo post, you know who it is. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Mark Fisher. EM Drone One. So, but anyway, I know I've known Mark for a long, long time now. I met him when he comes strolling up at the first annual South Florida Drone Meetup back in 2001. And this guy comes with this professional camera setup, and I'm saying, "Who the heck is this?" And then when he came from behind the camera, I saw it was Mark. And I was so glad that he made it that first year, and he's been coming just about every year since. But one year he couldn't hitchhike a ride down to the meetup, so he didn't make it. But anyway, he's in the back room. He's enjoying the shrimp and lobster, and I'll be bringing him in very shortly. But I tell you, it's good to see everybody. Really, I say it every week. I'm truly humbled by the fact that you guys take the time out of your night to watch my live stream. You know, and I gotta say thank you, thank you, thank you for that. You know. Um, but I tell you, I can't believe that I've been doing this live stream for so many years now. It's amazing. And I say it all the time, the show wouldn't be a success if you guys didn't watch it. But I try to get great, interesting guests every week, and I'm going to continue to do that, and we'll have a good time. And hopefully, I know Mark didn't want to talk about drones, but you know, we're going to talk about drones anyway. But he's going to talk a lot about editing tonight, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. There's no doubt about it. You're going to learn a lot, and we'll have a good time. But anyway, I got to say hello to the people in the chat. I do that. And John Gregory, he was number one. He checked in like yesterday afternoon, and I laughed when I saw that. But uh, and I get a kick out of it. Everybody, comes in, they check in. Um, Highlight America, he checked in early today too. He's number two, and hopefully he'll tell us his first name. If anybody knows Highlight America's first name, let me know. So, but anyway, Ron Johnson's in the house. How you doing, Ron? Good to see you. I don't know where you are. You're traveling around the country, but anyway, always good to see you. And Steve Janess is watching all the way up in Vermont. And I'm going to try something different now. If I can do it, but I probably can't do it. No, I can't do it. On my end, for some reason, I just can't do it. Okay. Anyway, I'll go back to my old one, scroll, and hopefully I won't miss anybody's name. But Terry Dugas is in the house. Gator Drone, always good to see Terry. And we got Dale from Dale's Aerial and Action Imaging. Always good to see Dale. And he flies a lot up in Rhode Island too. He flies a lot in Newport. You know, and I'm looking forward to going up there to Newport. That is when I go to the Northeast Drone Meetup in Pawtucket. Well, they're saying everybody says Providence, but it's really Pawtucket. And I'm probably saying it wrong, but don't laugh. But anyway, let's see. George is watching down in Texas. How you doing, George? We got to meet him at the South Florida Drone Meetup. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in tonight. And we got a drone superstar, John Flynn's watching. Flying Flynn Media. He's watching in Michigan. How you doing, John? Let's see who else. Who else? Sergeant Rock is in the house. How you doing, Lee? Good to see you. And John K is watching. How you doing, John? And I know I thought I saw John Olson, John O. But anyway, I'm going to be flying with him tomorrow morning. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to go check on the Osprey, and we'll give you an update. But anyway, we got Jeremy in the house tonight. He's watching out in Nevada. How you doing? Somepromoguy.com. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. And Jeremy's going to be doing the seventh annual South Florida Drone Meetup merchandise, and that store is going to be up and running in the near future. We're just finalizing the logo right now, and he's already made a couple that look awesome. And the drone meetup committee is gonna end up picking one, and we'll go with that, and then the store will be up and running when Jeremy gets time. But he's so busy. I don't know where he can find the time, but we appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jeremy. And Jeremy's coming. Just to let everybody know, Jeremy's coming to the seventh annual South Florida Drone Meetup, along with a lot of other people that are in the chat. But if I start mentioning that, we'll never get to our special guest. But anyway, let me see who's in it. A couple more people, and I'll keep an eye out on the chat to see who comes in. I'll try to acknowledge you. We got Chris Strange in the house. How you doing? Good to see you. And Jim is watching. How you doing, Jim? And let's see. Did I say Terry Dugas? How you doing, Terry? Good to see you. Let's see. Let's see. All right, I'm going. Oh boy, I'm telling you. All right, I'm going to get back to the names very shortly. And if anybody has any questions for our special guests, write them down. Get ready to ask them. Put it in the chat. I'll try to keep an eye out. But I would like everybody in the chat to please give a warm welcome to the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Fisher. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Captain Ray.
How you
Hey,
doing?
hey. So I'm not. Listen, I'm not one to put somebody out there, but you know, this for years now. You got everybody tricked by saying you got shrimp and lobster, and I put it out there already. I told you it's only peanut shells back here. That's it, peanut shells.
Yeah, yeah,
Look
Peanut.
it. It's like an old Ground Round. I don't know if you guys know about Ground Round, but back in the days, there was a
Yeah,
restaurant called Ground Round, and
yeah.
they would throw the peanut shells on the floor. So
I remember
you
that.
can get peanuts now at Texas Roadhouse,
That's where I go over
and
my
that's
peanuts. You're
I
right.
think Captain Ray. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that you're going to Texas Roadhouse and grabbing peanuts and putting them back here in the back room
You
instead of
know, it's
shrimp.
it's funny because I was there yesterday and I did take two bags as we left.
All right, I gotta
I
confess.
knew we were going to be talking about. There you go. There's the bag. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, listen, thank you for being on the show. You haven't been on in a
Ah,
while, but you are one of the drone superstars that I refer to, and you know that I think the world of you and your flying and your editing, which we'll get into shortly.
yeah, thank you so much, and I humbly appreciate that. I really do. You know, it's just a lot of years and doing it. Doing it. I wouldn't say it was the right way to do it, but I wouldn't have changed anything about like how I started and hmm, 16 years ago, Phantom One days. But yeah, like I took it step by step, and didn't. Yeah, and just and you mentioned the South Florida Drone Meetup, the very first amazing South Florida Drone Meetup. Um, before, if anybody knows, before that, I never knew anybody except for people in my group, my drone
The
group. But I
Rhode
didn't know
Island
that there was
Meetup Group. Yeah.
right. I didn't know that there was like Michael Blade is the one that really put me on to the South Florida. He said, "Yo, are you going to the Because before that, I didn't know any of you guys. No,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. And
I
I'm so
didn't. I
glad
didn't know
he
about
pushed you.
live streams, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of years of being in the drone. Flying drones without knowing other people that really. I knew people around here, but I just didn't like. I wasn't. I wasn't. I didn't know
Well,
about the live streams and the drone shows and all this and that. You know,
yes.
I
Yes.
thought everybody only in Rhode Island flew drones.
I felt so honored when I was accepted into the Rhode Island Drone Meetup Group. Being I
Really?
was a New Yorker. You know what I mean? And you have you
Yeah.
have a
What?
great you have a great Facebook group there. You really do.
Yeah, yeah. So one of the reasons I started, I was in another group, and I don't know if people know this, but it was kind of a rogue group, and I was like, man, I didn't want to deal with the rogue kind of thing. Not that, not talking about rogue, the new rogue, with
The
John
drone
and
rogues. The drone rogues.
yeah, the drone rogues. This was a rogue drone. Like they were just breaking all the laws, right? And I'm like, oh man, laws and regulations. And I know, listen, I know all about the drone police thing, and and listen, man, if you don't take care of something and you let it run amok, it's gonna it's eventually, and we see it now, and I'm not gonna say that it's because of people that are flying rogue, but you got to respect certain things, especially technology. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't get on a motorcycle, right? Like one of those ninja, what do they call them, rice rockets. If you don't have respect for that
Crotch
thing, that
rockets.
thing's
Crotch
yeah,
rockets.
yeah, yeah. If you don't have respect for that thing, you're gonna find yourself in some big trouble.
So you ended up
So
starting the Rhode Island Drone
so I
Meetup
started the
group.
Rhode Island Drone Meetup, and I was like, listen, we don't fly rogue here. We learn, we respect each other. We wanna encourage each other. We want it to be a platform where or a group that like inspires, learns. And so we were having some really, I mean, I'm telling you, like we would get 30 people on a Saturday, you know, just to meet up. Like this was
Yeah.
back in the days. Now it's a lot different. People, started not flying anymore and, you know, dwindled down a little bit, but we would on a Saturday get like 30 people to fly, which was great. Like it was amazing. And I wouldn't even fly. I would just be going around and teaching people how to do like IMU calibration. Oh, have you done this? Or have you done you know, uh, any of the calibrations or whatever? Like,
Which was
or
nice
have you
that you took it
calibrated your
upon
camera?
yourself
Have you
to help the
calibrated
pilot.
your RC? Like how many times do we think about calibrating our RC?
I know. I know. You just don't.
Right?
You don't.
You
Yeah.
don't like if it
Hmm.
doesn't call for it, like let's not do it. And
Yeah.
and it's almost like driving your car until you don't got no oil left, right?
We got another drone superstar in the chat, just to let you know. Alex Escardo's watching. So,
Oh, Alex is definitely a star, man. What's up, Alex? How you doing? And hey, listen, hello to all of you guys. Thank you for coming into the live thing, and and I appreciate it, man.
well, you ended up giving the first editing presentation that we did at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and you did a phenomenal job. A lot of people learned a lot that year. But then I asked Alex the following year, not that you did a bad job, just that we wanted to get a
No,
new
no,
face.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
And Alex hesitated, and he says, "I'll have to get back to you." But then he called within 5 minutes. He called me back. He says, "I'll do it." But the reason
Yeah,
he
of
was so
course.
so one of the reasons he was so nervous was he had to follow you. You gave it awesome, but then Alex did an awesome job too when
He
he
did a
gave it.
great job. Yeah, yeah, I'm
Yes, he
sure he
did.
did. I'm sure he did. So everybody brings something different to the table, and stories are told differently. Things are seen differently. Like you get 5 people, 10 people in a room, and something happens. Everybody's gonna give a different count for that for what happened, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
everybody's gonna tell that story differently. It's almost like the Bible, right? And I know we're gonna get into that a little bit too, but it's like everybody, but they're all on the kind of same page, but they tell it differently because of who they are. You know what I mean? Um, and so like you got the Gospels, and they're written by a lawyer or a tax guy or a doctor. You know what I mean? So you get the same, you get some of the same story, but told differently, right? I mean,
Well, we have
um,
a lot of personalities, a lot of different personalities in
yeah,
our
yeah,
drone community. But
yeah,
for the
but
most
all
part,
honest stuff.
99% of these guys are great. They do anything for you. They'll share their
Yeah,
knowledge just like you
yeah.
do.
Oh, and
And
and that's and that
I've
goes
learned so
that
much over
goes
the years.
yeah, and I've seen this community go outside of the drone community and help people.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like where it didn't have anything to do with drones. It was, somebody was sick or and they prayed for them, or somebody was sick and they went to them and then helped them out. I heard stories, man. And this community is amazing. It's just absolutely incredible. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. No doubt about it. You know.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
tell you, you know, I didn't obviously when I first started flying, I didn't know anything really about drones. You know, and when I
Mm,
started going on the live streams, you know, I watched a lot of videos, YouTube videos. You know, because you can learn a lot watching the YouTube videos, of course.
absolutely.
But then I started watching the live streams, and I learned so much more. And and the community, you know, accepted me, which you know, I'm a new guy. I don't know
Yeah.
anything, but they were so
Right.
nice to me and welcoming, and I still remember that, and you know, I'll never
Yeah.
forget it actually.
Yeah.
But listen, I know you're humble and you know you don't like blowing your own horns, but you are one of the best editors that I know. You know, your videos that you put out are amazing. You know, they move, they're quick. You do these transitions, I call them. You know, and maybe you could tell the viewers in the chat, you know, the best way to edit videos. You know, again,
So
I've got to remember there's some people that haven't even posted videos yet. So,
yeah, yeah, no. I
mhm.
mean, we got to learn the flight characteristics, right? We got to learn the flight settings, like or the maneuvers of a drone. You know, so I've always been a dreamer. I've always been an artist, even before putting getting into the camera world, right? Um, I think like so a lot of my editing takes place way before I even edit. It takes
Okay,
place before I even show up to the area. So I'm already thinking about before I get there if I know the place. So a lot of people that are in filmmaking, when you get with a filmmaking crew, um, they go out and they do a uh, oh God, I hate when I do this happens to me. Maybe I'm getting too old, right?
well, now do you use a
They get out,
storyboard?
they go
I
out and
remember hearing about a storyboard, and I used to do that in the beginning.
right. So that storyboard is built by scouting. So
Okay,
if you can get to the spot where you're gonna film, get out there before you film, and then look at everything around you, right? And then start telling a story around you, and then start putting together your storyboard and start getting your shot list together.
okay,
I'm gonna come at the subject like this, or if the subjects are downtown, right? I want to hit that building. I want to orbit around that building. I want to kind of do a tilt down and this and that. You know, a lot of times I see
a
people will
shot
get a
list. I like
drone.
that.
Yeah, they'll get a drone and they'll do this. Well, that just turn the drone. That's great, but you got to
That's
put
me.
some movement into it. And that's not to knock anybody, but you want to. There got to be some progression upon. So I'll tell you how it is all developed. Me is going to Roger Williams Park, flying a Phantom One, and getting in that park and getting in a big area and learning maneuvers,
Yep.
just maneuvers, getting stick movement, learning how to control the drone fully, to make those movements so that the camera can do certain things, right? I mean, at that time, the gimbals wasn't really, not a gimbal really. You didn't have like the three axes and all this and that. But let's just move up in time. So once we got into the Phantom 3 and all this and that, Phantom 4 and all that, like you had those abilities, right? And capabilities to do, these certain shots and tilt down the camera and this and that. So, it develops over time. But no matter what, when you're a filmmaker, you're gonna dream about and you're gonna think about what you want to capture and how you want to tell that story. And that's where the
Yes.
storyboard comes in, right? But then you got to capture those shots in a certain way. And then you got to go outside of the box and say to yourself, so when I went outside of the box, I said, listen, once I started flying drones, I said, man, I'm not going to be able to get those shots that I want on the ground to tell more of the story. So I bring it to the ground and I got a camera. You know what I mean? And then I took that camera and I said, wait, I want to be able to get underwater shots. I want to be able to get this kind of shot on a car moving this, that. So I'm gonna buy the equipment and get the cameras that's
Hmm.
gonna allow me to build the story even more. See, a lot of people get into drones and then they say, oh, that's all I need is a drone to tell a story. No,
No,
no.
there's a lot
So
more to it.
there's a lot more to it. So I got hired like a month ago to shoot one of um the watch parties for the soccer thing, right? And it's like, oh,
The
come on
World
in.
Cup. Oh,
Can
nice.
you get some drone shots? You know, get some drone shots. And I was like, just drone shots? Because what am I going to tell with drone shots? I can't fly over the crowd. I can't fly next to the crowd. I got to fly
Hmm.
around the crowd, and it's just not going to tell enough of the story. Okay, that's what you're going to see, and you're not going to be able to do nothing with it.
You got to
Like
incorporate a
people
lot of
talk.
B-roll too, right? B-roll.
Yeah, so
We got another drone
something like,
superstar. I don't know if you see the comment, but Eddie Nunez is in the chat. So how you doing, Eddie? Good to see
oh,
you.
well, I better watch my mouth. Where's my camera at?
I know.
I should have my necklace on.
I
I love
know.
Eddie, man. I love Eddie,
Sorry,
yo.
I didn't mean to throw you off. Sorry.
That's all right. So they asked me to get some drone footage, and I'm like, yo, like that's not gonna do it, right? So I was like, all right. I'll get drone footage for him and I'll send you the drone footage. But when I got there, I said, yeah, I'm not going to bring big cameras because I'm not getting paid enough to bring, FX3, FX6, FX9, or anything like that, which are Sony cinema cameras. I just bring the pocket, and I bring an Action 5 Pro, right? So uh, I got some time lapse with the Action 5 Pro. I kept running into the crowd and getting some quick footage with the Osmo Pocket 3,
Nice.
and then I end up putting together a quick video for myself because they didn't even want me to put together a video.
That's
They just
crazy.
wanted the
Yeah.
drone footage for whoever is they're gonna give it to, whatever. So that's fine. So I end up putting together a video and it got 6,800 views
Oh wow.
without even sponsoring it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that could have been for them, because I
Yes.
built the story, but I would have never been able to do anything just with the drone footage. I was able to tell the story more because I bring a ground camera, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
perspective, another.
These are my ground cameras, right?
Yeah, that's it. And that's, really that's all you need because you can give those cameras right there to somebody in the Philippines or even anywhere else that knows how to use them and they'll shoot a movie for you.
Yes. Yeah.
So you cut
Sure.
yourself off at the leg if you think just a drone is going to do the, and yeah, you can bring it like a lot of people say, "Oh, I like the 3." See, I'm not a fan of the 360 camera, you know? I
Okay.
just don't. For me, it doesn't work, but it might work for somebody, and that's fine. And Alex does a great job with the 360 cameras. He's
Yes, he
amazing
loves it.
with it,
He loves it.
And
Yep.
Alex goes and does a lot of the AI stuff, and that's cool. That's his lane. That's where he wants to be, and that's great. But Alex is definitely using ground, and I see Eddie. Eddie does that also, with his vlogs and stuff like that. And
Yes.
it's just int- it's building a story with the tools that you have. Don't limit yourself with tools, right? Come in with the full toolbox and open that up and say, okay, if I'm going to get this footage, now you can even turn a drone into a a ground camera.
Well,
If
you could
anybody
thinking
remembers,
about it. Sure.
if everybody remembers the Mavic One, remember the Mavic One? Do you know the Mavic One came with uh, 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 it was a mount that
No, I
you
didn't
could
know
use
that.
it. Yeah, it
Okay.
mounted around and it had a handle so that you could get ground footage with it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go way back to the Mavic One, it had a mount. As a matter of fact, wait a minute, hold on. The comma, the
Oh,
GoPro,
the
the
camera.
GoPro comma. Yeah, remember
Yeah.
that came with a gimbal. You take the camera right off the GoPro camera, which is
Okay.
the
Yeah.
the GoPro, right? and then it connected to a gimbal. Um, the Inspire One, the Inspire One came out that mounted to a gimbal. That
Yep,
was
right.
DJI's earlier gimbals, one of their beginner gimbals. You know, the Ronin, probably the first Ronin that ever came out. And then they started coming with the gimbals that you could put cameras like full frame cameras and stuff. So, and, there was always this. You couldn't limit. You don't limit yourself to this perspective. This aerial's perspective. Like you want to tell a story better, get a camera, and
Yeah.
that's what helps too when you're editing.
Well, I want to take the time out to show one of your videos right now, and you can
That has
explain
no
more.
that has no ground footage.
And
No,
no,
no.
I thought this was cool. I thought this one was
Okay.
cool. And I mean, this is totally. Oh, where is it now? Okay, wait a minute. Sorry.
I'm gonna go in and
Interesting.
see the chats because I figured it out. You see that? Like you could run a camera, but you can't figure out how to.
All right, here. You edited this video. I mean,
Uh,
it moves along so quickly, and you know where this is, obviously.
oh
One of
yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah, yeah. This
spots,
is the lighthouse there, right?
the House of Refuge in Stewart.
The House of Refuge. So there you go. Yeah, well, there was nobody around, so I was able to get some ground footage with a drone, right?
But this is, I mean, the way you just edit this, it keeps you so interested in what's next. At least that's what I was saying to myself. What's he going to show next? Unbelievable. Nice. And again, remember, anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. This is great. Wait a minute. But anyway, if you want to watch more of that,
Uh,
go to Mark's channel.
Hold on, I can't. We can't hear you.
And
Can't
it's
hear
EM
you, Captain
Drone
Ray.
1. Oh, really? Okay. Don't tell me
Oh, he turned it. At
am
least it's
am
not
I how's that?
echoing like
How's
Shiny,
that?
right? We just
Am
can't
I
hear
back?
you.
Okay. But anyway,
I can't hear you.
you still can't hear me?
Can anybody hear him?
Oh, you
Let
don't
me
say
check the
that.
chat.
Don't say we're having problems now with the audio. How's that now?
Join chat
No?
block.
Can you hear me? No?
Friends and walk.
Yeah, you can hear me, right? No?
Captain Ray, I can't hear you.
Okay, really interesting. All right, what I'll have to
Actually, I
do is
can't.
I'll have to leave and maybe come back in. All right, I'll be right back, Mark. You're on your own.
All right, I stopped my
Yeah.
camera.
How's that? Do I got
I
audio
still
now?
can't hear you. I don't know if you muted yourself. It was after you.
How's that? No? Oh man, now we're gonna have this. I don't know.
Can anybody hear him in the chat? If you can. Mark
Use sign
is
language.
lagging, I
Okay,
think
sign
also.
language. Sign
Okay, let
language.
me see if it's something on my end. I'm lagging. Let me turn off my Wi.
No, I should have audio. I can't figure this out now. What is going on? I apologize, guys.
Captain
Sorry.
Ray, we can't hear you. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can
It's
hear
me.
you. Yes.
It's on Mark's side. We can hear both.
All right,
I
let
hear
me leave
you,
again.
both of
I'll
you.
come
Okay,
back.
Dale. Thank you. Yeah, I can't hear Captain Ray. So if you guys can hear me, I don't know what's going on, but maybe because it started raining. But I just turned off my Wi-Fi, and now on Celia. So we had a question. I'm just going to keep going
All right.
until
Yeah. Can you hear me
we
now?
had a question. What is my favorite gear? Uh, yeah. So because of the work I do, Captain Ray, I'm just going to keep speaking because of the work I do. Um, uh, produce commercials. Um, up and down the East Coast.
Oh, good.
I'm not traveling as much right now, um, due to my wife having a surgery. But when I do shoot commercials, I have to have higher end cameras. Well, because I built myself up that way. But I work on the FX3, FX6, FX9. Not all the time the FX9. I keep the FX9 just because I want to work my way up to hopefully someday. But there's a lot more to go. I got a long way to go. Believe me when I tell you. Um, to shooting for Netflix um, or Hulu, because of those cameras are on the list for those. Now, if you can't afford those cameras, I'm not telling you to go out and buy those cameras. And listen, at the end of the day, yes, I like Sony for whatever reason, because I started with Sony a long time ago. I'm not gonna knock any other cameras. I love Sony, but I wouldn't buy anything else. No, I'm just joking. No, but Sony's a good camera because it's one of the first mirrorless cameras out. Um, but you can get away with a crop sensor camera, which would be an A6300, A6400. Um, but they have a really nice lineup for full frame cameras. Um, and you can buy something used like an A7 III, which is a full frame and it shoots in 4K. I believe at
Mark, can you hear me now?
30 frames. But anyways, you want to get something that's using 4K at 60 frames. It'd be nice to have a full frame camera, but a
All
crop
right.
sensor camera is fine too. Lenses, I like to stay native with lenses just because of focusing issues. Like sometimes if you step out, they say Sigma makes really good lenses for Sony, but sometimes if you step out of not being native, um, then you're not going to get the full response of focusing. There's a lot to it, man. Listen. I've always been the person like if you reach out to me, I will be more than happy to stay on the phone with you, um, conversate over email or or messaging. If you're looking to get into this business, I'm willing to share anything I know because especially with editing, or like what gear to buy. But don't be like me because I went out and bought so much gear that it was a little bit ridiculous. Sometimes I even sit on some of the gear that I buy that I've never even really used. But I was always like, if the shot comes up that I need that certain thing, that it's there. I have it. Like, let's say it's an underwater shot. Well, I got housing. Yes, it cost me about $4,500 for that housing that only holds the FX3 with a 24 to 70 lens. But Captain Ray, should I sign out and sign back in?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the
Yes.
issue. I'm gonna do
Yes.
that just
Try
so I
that.
can hear you,
All
and I don't
right.
want to keep on rambling.
No,
All right,
I
so I'm gonna
understand.
do
Good.
that.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. Um, he'll be back in shortly. He'll sign out and then come back in, and hopefully he'll be able to hear me. But I'm glad you guys can hear me. And I don't know about the delay, but Mark is very, very interesting to say the least, and he knows a lot. He knows a lot. So let's bring him in. Now we got two Marks in the back room. Hey, Mark,
Hey,
can you hear me?
yeah,
Oh, all right. It was
now
on
I can hear
your
you.
end then.
So it might have been my Wi-Fi, like, and then we just got a storm that just came through.
Yeah. Okay. That's what it could be too. Yeah.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Did I just date myself?
No, no, that's good. But you put on a nice DJ performance for us on Facebook. You know, and
Yeah,
you did it for your church a couple of weeks ago.
I did it for my church a couple of weeks ago, yes, and then I just DJ'd a '80s party where I performed as Michael again. It was a
Oh,
comeback
wow.
show,
Nice.
and the reason why I did it is I said I would never go back to doing a Michael Jackson show, but you can't refuse big money when
Okay.
somebody's going to pay you a lot of money to
Yeah.
perform.
Hmm.
And so I DJ'd the '80s show, and I just actually got some feedback this morning. Um, from the guy that hired me, and he's like, everybody's talking about you. They're like, the DJing was phenomenal. The Michael show was awesome. I
Yeah.
didn't think I was gonna be able to pull it off, but I did. And as you can see, my facial hair is starting to grow back now.
Yeah. You
From
look like a baby.
don't feel like one.
But
That's
now I know. Now I know why you don't want to come and perform for us as Michael Jackson. We don't pay at the South Florida Drone meetup. We don't pay.
well. That another thing is too, and I had to bring, I'd have to bring all the costume and. But you never know. Maybe Michael will show up one day.
I
What is
hope so. I
what
hope
is
so.
John? John has a
Yeah, John has
question.
a question. Yeah, right here.
While
Let's get
Mark is
to
on the
this.
show, who is mine in the store at Easy Mark's Wild World and Hotel Lands? I did, yeah, it had to come from John. So I wanna, Captain Ray, if I could just talk about is it Northeast,
Yes.
right? It's Northeast drone meetup, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John, if I just hacked that, but if you are not, if you haven't already decided to go, and you're on this, let me tell you something. And Captain Ray could back me up. There's nothing like flying in Rhode Island
Yes.
because it's open. It's open season, man. It's like, there's probably only 5 miles that you can't fly in, and that's the airport. Everything else is just fly. You know, it's
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah.
Northeast drone meetup. It's actually in North Providence. But all the guys stay in Pawtucket. We was trying to get it. Well, I was trying to help them guys get it at this place called Festival Pier Park,
Okay.
but because there's a game going on there, um, and they were just trying to get me to jump to a whole bunch of hoops, and I was like, that's ridiculous. And I talked to, and now I'm doing work for the city
Hmm.
of Pawtucket. Um, anyways, yeah.
Well,
So
last year the first annual was a great meetup. I
it
had
was
such
it
a
was
good
awesome. It was
time.
awesome.
You know, I just happened to have my ID badge right here.
There you go. So that
You know,
means you can use that for this year too,
yeah,
because
I didn't even think of that. You know, I
you
could sneak in.
can sneak in.
Yeah,
So
but
once
no, it's
again, if,
gonna
if
be a
you
great
if
time.
you if you have questions, you can you could, if you're not on my Facebook, or if you want my phone number, you have any questions about filming and editing and this and that, what you should get in. Now, I'm going to tell you, we talk about editing, and I know a lot of people.
Before we get back to the editing, though, Bob Casey has a question.
Okay.
So, and it's an old trivia question, but what's your go-to drone? And the second question is, how many drones do you have, Mark?
So I just sold a whole bunch of drones. I had, wow, my goodness. So what happens is when I'm starting to get real busy, I buy a lot of drones. And then there was this trade also with Willie, with Will, where he gave me like 4 drones for like a Mavic 4.
Right.
My go-to drone right now is the Mavic 4. Um, I don't even not, and I just sold three DJI Air 3Ss. I just sold a Mini 5 Pro, and I just sold two Avata 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sold a lot of drones. They were all backup drones that I bought. Um, and right now I just don't really need a lot of drones. I'm using the Mavic 4. Um,
Hmm.
and I'll use the Mini 5 Pro, which I've come to like. And that's weird. Um, and I don't understand why I sold all the Air 3Ss, because now I'm saying to myself, oh my God.
Oh, I shouldn't have sold them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. When it comes time, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot of drone work, then I would probably just buy another one. You know what I mean? Um, but
Hmm.
the Mavic 4 Pro is unbeatable. Unbeatable. It's just it's it's the most amazing drone out right now. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
But but
Well, you
but wait
finally
a minute.
broke down and
Wait a
bought
minute.
a
Here's
you
the
bought a
thing.
Mini 5. You bought a
It-
Mini 5. You
yeah,
know.
I had a few mini fives. I like it. It's pretty nice. You know, it's not going to be the the go to drone all the time, because you just can't buy it in high winds, right? And if you
Hmm.
want to get a steady shot going forward, like a steady, smooth, nice shot, and it's a little bit windy, you're not going to be able to do it.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
so it's going to be all over the place, and it's going to show in the video, right? So, um, well, oh, I just ah, there was something I was going to say. Oh,
Go ahead.
wait. So here's the thing, though. Like, at the end of the day, what are we posting on? We're posting on Facebook, and everybody gets, you know, their what do they call that? Their underwears in a twist or whatever. Like, like really, I'm
I
gonna tell
know.
you right now. If I took a Phantom 4 Pro and I
Yeah.
filmed something tomorrow with that Phantom 4 Pro, shooting in 4K 60 frames, one inch sensor, mechanical shutter, you know, three gimbal. Let's forget about sensors, but like, let's look at the Addy mode on a Phantom 4 Pro for cinema shots. Wow. Wow. Almost 10 years old, that drone. And I guarantee you, I'll put any money on it that you wouldn't tell the difference after I put it on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. There's
With
no
their
doubt about it.
compression, that
Yep.
shoots in 4K 60. That drone was way ahead of its time. It's still a workhorse today, and it's the only drone out with a mechanical shutter that's pro consumer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I still regret selling my Phantom 4.
Beautiful drone,
You know,
amazing drone. I knew it.
but this is my favorite now, the Mavic
Oh,
3
yeah.
Pro. You know,
Ano-
this is it.
Another
You
great
know,
drone.
I mean, look at that. Look at that camera. Look at that
I would
camera.
buy. I would buy one of those drones. Oh, that's the
Cameras,
Cine
right?
too, right? Is that the Cine?
No, no, no. This is just a Pro. Mavic
Just a
3
Pro,
Pro.
but that's a
Yeah.
Maverick 3 Pro. Uh,
Yes.
um, no difference except for the gimmicky. Like, I could do a Pro, but you could do that in post.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like
Well, I have to say, man, you are so informative, Mark. Really. I and the other thing about you is you have so much energy. Where do you get your energy from? Okay. Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
hey. So I wanted to mention this, and this is. I hope people take this the right way. If you continue to use editing software that does it for you almost, you will never move forward. Take off the training wheels, take off the training wheels, and get into a real editing program.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. Yep. So somebody, look at this guy. He put your phone number up, Mark. Hey,
What's that?
Johnny, how you doing,
Who is
Johnny?
that, Johnny? I can't
No,
stand
no
Johnny.
area code. No
I
area
can't
code,
stand
man.
Johnny. No area code he put up there. Johnny said, "Yeah, Johnny, I wasn't serious about giving my phone number out. We're gonna call you Echo Johnny. Echo Johnny. Echo Johnny.
But anyway,
Man, it's
you know,
pouring.
and
I'm gonna
I
tell you.
got I got to say thank you to you. And a lot of people, some people in the stream know that you gave me a special gift at the Northeast Drone Meetup last year, and that was this cross, man. I tell you,
Woo,
when I opened it, I was so touched by this cross. it actually, I started filling up, and I got to say thank you in front of everybody again for giving this to me. I have it
Now,
right on my wall, right above my desk, and again, it means so much to me.
if and I'm not ashamed to I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm not ashamed of Jesus Christ. I'm not ashamed of saying that I'm a Christian. I don't want to walk into a place and say that I'm a Christian or start. I don't shove the gospel down anybody's throat. But let me tell you something where I came from. I came out of a housing project that was really bad. I've seen people killed in front of me. I've been shot there twice. I've been stabbed. I've been on. I was alcoholic. I was a drug addict. I've been through a lot. I had to go to a program. Jesus Christ saved my life, and I'm telling you right now, it's not because somebody. It's not because of somebody preached and whatever. What it's not, and like somebody like I was held down to. It was things that I can't explain that God showed up to and did stuff in my life that changed my decision to follow Christ, that converted me to Christianity. Like you can believe whatever you want, and I respect everybody and where they come from. But when the things that happened to me happened, I couldn't explain them. And it wasn't a phenomenon. It wasn't this. It was true things. And listen, it took me a while to read through the Bible and understand it. Now I read through the Bible and I studied the Bible from a Jewish perspective, which means I was doing translations in Hebrew. And it took me a while to really comprehend and understand it, and when I did, the conversion came through. And I'm not a um I'm a witness, but I'm not like, oh, I'm perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect. As a matter of fact, in the Bible it says that we're filthy rags before Him, and that's okay. I'm good with that. You know why? Because more humble I get, the more lower I get, the higher He brings me. And a lot of this is like I had to come from like all that dirt and all that swine and all that, to get where I'm at.
Where you are
You know,
today,
and
exactly.
I have an
We
amazing
we
wife.
all we all have a past, no doubt
Yes.
about it. But
I
you
got an
see,
amazing
you have
wife.
a you have a
I don't
lot of.
ask for a lot. The material things that it gives me, like that I I've worked for, man, it's right, Bob Casey. Real men love Jesus.
Right.
Woo! That's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
And like the material things, all right, okay, I drive a Maserati. So what? It's gonna burn anyway. And matter of fact, that's gonna be gone. It's gonna rust, it's gonna this and that and whatever. Like, you know, s- s- somebody said to me, there's nothing that anybody could take from me. And I said that I cannot replace. And that's my life too, because it's in God's hands.
Hmm.
He's got my life,
You're right.
And so
He,
thank you,
he
Bob Casey, for that.
he's
Thank you
putting
so
you in
much.
this direction right now. And that's great, Mark. But
And, and I,
let's
I
get
don't
back
like
to
to
editing and drones.
and God blesses me in that area. But let me tell you something though. Seriously, and on a real tip, I got so far to go. When I just got done seeing the movie Odyssey, and when I look at movies, when I watch TV, I watch TV differently now. When I see these things, it doesn't discourage me. I want to hang around with people that are better than me at this.
So when you watch the movies at the movie theater, you're looking the way they shoot
I'm
it.
looking at the
You're
shooting.
looking at the
I'm
back.
looking. I recently just been
Yeah.
starting to watch a lot of documentaries about Martin Scorsese. You
Hmm.
know how where he grew up. Martin Scorsese was building stories when he was a little kid.
Hmm.
He was watching people's lives, and like and
Hey,
like
Ronnie. Ronnie's in the house. How you doing, Ronnie? God bless America.
God bless America. So yeah, like I observe things differently now. And it's not because I bought the Batman Rainier. It's not because of Ray Neals.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Mark. You really, really know so
Oh,
much.
it's really coming down up here.
Oh, yeah. I hope you don't lose your
Can you hear it?
internet. Yeah, yeah. I
Can you
can
hear
hear
it?
it. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah.
So if I'm talking loud, it's because the rain.
But listen, I have a little format. Let me get to my back to my little format that I do, and that's just
Yeah,
a tip
yeah,
of the week. And
absolutely.
you sort of mentioned it as you were talking about it. But my tip this week is just check the area when you get to where you're flying. Check the area before you take off, really, because you never know. It may not be the same as it was last week when
That's
you were
right.
there. So,
The,
do you have any
the,
other tips?
the scene's gonna
Drone,
change.
drone flying tips?
Not only that, get to the area. Understand right now, when you buy a drone, most of us don't got insurance anymore. It's not like you can call up DJI and use that, that that insurance that they have, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I even forget what it's called now.
Refresh, refresh.
Yeah, Carry Fresh, right? That's how long it's been since we had Carry Fresh. So get to the area, look up. You know what? I haven't flown in this area. It's a lot of metal around. Ah, you know what? It's going to take me 3 minutes to do a IMU calibration. Oh, but my drone doesn't even say that I need one. So what? 3 minutes of that looking up because you're not going to fly up. Your drone is. So
It's
if you
funny
look
because
up, maybe
one
you
of
won't hit a wire. Maybe you won't hit a tree. You
yeah,
know,
exactly, exactly.
maybe you won't have a flyaway.
Yeah, God forbid.
Not a hundred percent
Knock on wood. I've
technology.
never had one.
Yeah, no, like it takes only 3 minutes to do that. If
Hey,
there's a
Mark.
lot of metal around, do a compass calibration, do a gimbal calibration, do a RC calibration,
Boy,
right?
ask him for one tip, and listen to all these tips he's giving you guys.
Hey, hey, look around and build your story. Say,
Yeah,
I want to shoot it this way. I want to do an orbit around that. I want to do a tilt down. I want to fly over it, tilt down the camera. And then I'll take that part, that clip, and put it with this clip and put it with that clip. If you stop building a story in your head, creating before you even fly, then half the battle's already won.
I I know. Thank you for giving everybody their tips. Really, that was great. But listen, let me get to my little video of the week.
Yeah.
And this week, I picked Al
Hello,
Sercione
Jim.
because he put out an FPV video flying down at the Hillsborough Lighthouse, and I thought this was cool. And Al, he's another one who flies a lot, but this lighthouse is a cool lighthouse to fly.
Amazing. Great color.
Really, really nice. And then he had a customized song made up, for his flying. And I thought this video was so cool. So kudos to you, Al. And if you're not subscribed to South Florida Drone Flyers, do it. Do it now.
Oh, that's Al Shazone, huh?
But
Al
this is,
Shazone.
have you ever flown down here yet, Mark? At the Hillsborough Lighthouse?
Yeah.
If you haven't, you got to put it on the list. I know John Gregory wants to fly it. All right,
I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna go get my headphones. I can't hear anything.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe he's having a problem when I share the videos. I've never had that happen, though. All right, I thought he was going to go under the bridge, but he didn't. But this is cool. In the silence of the sky, I find my space. And I really like the song a lot. All right, so anyway.
Oh.
And by the way, if you
There you go.
Yeah. If you're not subscribed to Mark, EM Drone 1, do it now. And he does a lot on Facebook. He does more on Facebook than he does on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm never on YouTube, really.
But I give you a lot of credit because you do a lot of lives as you're driving to the jobs,
Yeah, I'm breaking the law.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. As long as you're not
Well,
concentrating
yeah,
on that phone and you're manipulating the phone or on a cell
Yeah.
phone. Can't be manipulating it, you know. So anyway, but I'm seeing if anybody has any other last minute questions because the time is flying by. But yep, Mark's just thought a drone insurance program. Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I've been as soon as I heard about State Farm Insurance for my drones, I went out and bought a policy,
They
and
they
and
they, they
I've
give
been
it out.
adding most of my drones to it.
Good.
So I've never had to put in a claim yet. Thank God.
So yeah, State Farm is not giving out any claims or any not claims, but they're not allowing Rhode Island to have
You can't get
insu-
State Farm Insurance there in Rhode Island. Oh, I did not know
not
that.
for a drone, not for a drone.
Really? I wonder why.
I don't know.
Interesting.
No policies were given out are being given out for drones.
Well, you just have to get a condo down in Florida and register it there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No,
So,
I'm covered anyway though under
well,
a bigger.
you got business insurance too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And liabilities insurance is a big
Oh,
thing
big
too
big
when you're
time
doing it
liability. Yep.
professionally,
Two,
right?
$2 million.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You have to. I have to get my back.
Now, I
We
think
we
we got
now
another
have Mark
question
Fisher.
here. Mark Fisher, what is your opinion of bridge cameras? I just pre-ordered a Sony RX10V. Good choice for a newbie. Phil George wants to know.
Yeah, I haven't heard of the anything you buy that Sony is good. I'm just joking. um,
Sony, you
no,
love
no,
Sony
I,
cameras.
I love Sony cameras, but I haven't heard of the RX. But you know what? If you are on my Facebook, if you send me that information about that camera, I will look it up. Somebody just asked me about a camera the other day, and I looked it up and I got back to them about it before they bought it. And like daily I'll get some messages on questions that asked about cameras and what if I'm shooting this and does it shoot this, you know what I mean? Um
Hmm.
and if I know it, I'll answer it. I don't know everything, like I said. Um um I, I i'm just I'm a spec
Yeah,
in the cinema world. I am. No, let me tell
yeah.
you something, man.
You are
There's
one of the
guys out
best.
there that'll just they are so far advanced. There's a lot to it, man. There's
Yeah.
so much. And sometimes it could get really overwhelming. Really.
Well, we
Like,
could go on and on and on about, having a successful drone business or photography business, but the show only is good, well, an hour, because I don't know, Philip and Brad, are they going on after me tonight? They 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 might be. I'm not sure.
George Beck, George
Oh,
Beck.
George, yeah,
Wait,
George wants to
wait,
know when you're
wait.
moving to Florida.
Is that George? Say, I'm so sorry if George is that the same guy that he I think he messages me. Um,
He's
or
in Texas, but then he goes to Florida too. He used to be in Florida, and he's thinking
is
of going
George?
back to
I
Florida.
I wonder if it's the same guy that messages me in my messenger and sends me a whole bunch of like sunset photos in
Oh no,
Florida.
that's Michael. Michael Boren.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yes,
Michael
okay.
Boren.
All
I
right,
know who you're talking
not even a
about.
George then. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he's in Florida.
Uh,
He's on the west coast of Florida. Yeah,
we
I've
want
been
to move
hearing
to
Mark's
Florida.
coming to Florida since
I know.
2001 now.
I know, I know. It's just because there's a lot of affairs that we have to. Like, my wife's got a really good job here. I know if I go to Florida that I'll do well there. I'll do well wherever I go, but um, just because I'm a go getter,
Yes.
and that's one thing. And I listen. Oh, can I just say? I need to say this.
Yeah.
If you're doing drone work and of course you got your Part 107 and your this and that. You got insurance, and I encourage you. Listen, you're putting a very expensive piece of tool up in the air. Anything can happen at any time, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $1,500, whatever it is. You put a lot of time into learning how to fly that drone. You put a lot of time into getting your Part 107. Um, you know, you don't sell yourself short. Do not. You drop the prices for everyone else. It's crazy, man. You
It's
should
a
not
very,
be a
very
drone pilot.
competitive business. I can see that, and a
It
lot of
is.
the
It is.
drone pilots, they don't charge enough. There's no doubt about it.
No,
Yep.
no,
And that's
no.
like cutting their own throat, and the
They're
other
cutting your
guy's
own throat.
throats. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? You shouldn't even move for under $500.
Hmm.
You should
But
show
anyway,
up and look at the place for 500.
Chris Staines saying you should check out AMA in Rhode Island. They offer drone insurance. So,
Oh, oh
and
yeah, the AMA, yeah. That's what
Captain
the
Joe's
guy that
he's trying to remind me. Don't forget to do the lucky number contest.
that's right.
But listen,
Captain Joe.
let me do that before we forget, and then we'll do some
Yeah.
closing thoughts. But anyway,
Okay.
now's the time. Oh, did anybody see it? I flashed it up there. But now's the time to put in your number 1 to 25. Mark you're eligible too for the $10 Amazon gift card.
I get my
And
number.
we'll see. I'll keep
I'm
an
so
eye
glad.
out for it.
I'm so glad you
know.
gave me that number before we started.
Yeah, I know. They'd be saying it's rigged if I did that. I know I'm gonna miss it. I can see right
Bill
now.
George, I just got your message. I'll respond to that after the live meet. Yeah, after this live
Somebody
show.
is very close. Oh boy, I think I missed it. Did I miss it?
Captain Ray, you told me I could be involved, but I don't even know how to type on this.
I know you can't type. You're on the phone. I know.
I think I learned. Let me see. There's a button here.
Oh man, I'm telling you. Oh, this is not good. I think I missed it because so many people were so close and they missed it by one. Let's see if I can pick it up. Otherwise, we got to start narrowing it down. Maybe nobody did get it. Maybe I did.
Nobody got it.
I don't see that anybody got it, but I probably
can I say?
Oh, somebody got it. Somebody got it.
That's what I was going to say. The number.
All right, John Gregory. That's the first 21 I see. John Gregory. So his name's going to that. But he sponsors this whole segment, so now they're really going to say it's rigged.
It's really rigged. Get your money back, John. No money back. No money back funny. Guarantee on that one, John.
But anyway, Mark, listen, it's all about having fun. That's what this contest is all about.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I got to say thank you for being on, taking the time out of your evening to be on my live stream. You are one of the best, in my opinion. I gave you the nickname, the man, the myth, the legend years ago. And I really appreciate it. You've been a good friend to me all these years too. So thank you. But now's the time for you to say your goodbyes and anything you'd like to promote.
MIC, see you real soon. KYY, I'm going old school. Hey, listen, I hope that this live stream, I hope you learned something. Like I said, I'm obtainable. Like you can reach out to me. Phil George just reached out to me. I seen that, Mr. George. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, I don't know everything. I don't but I know some things, and I know a guy. Forget about it. No, I'm just joking. But support this channel. Support Captain Ray. He does a phenomenal job with the South Florida Drone Meetup. It's such an amazing time. You all know this. And keep those prices up, man. You're worth more than what you think you are.
Yeah, that's right. No doubt about it. I mean, it costs you a lot to get your license, and the drones are not cheap,
Yeah.
and you should be charging accordingly. That's for sure.
Yep,
Don't
absolutely.
be desperate. You know, I used
Yep.
to do that years ago too, and that was
Could
a
be a
big
bird
mistake.
strike. Could you can hit a tree limb, and then there goes your drone. And if you don't have insurance, now you did. You know what I mean? It's so it's a lot. You got to think about all those things. You know, like let me tell you something. The filmmakers, and I've been on like with a whole bunch of filmmakers, and we show up to just scout, and we was getting $500 just to go and look at the area.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even pull out a camera, not even just to discuss what we're going to shoot the next day.
Yeah,
And then the
sure,
next day
sure.
after that, you're making 1,500 to like, and that's low. Filmmakers make so much money, yo, man.
I know,
You
I
know, as a
know.
matter of fact, those drone pilots at the Olympics, some of those drone pilots were making $5,500
Wow,
a
really?
day.
Really? Oh my Lord. That's nice money.
Absolutely. A
That's
day.
great
A
money.
day. Yes.
But look, John
Yep.
said I called it wrong. He said Captain Joe got it first. So.
Ah,
All right. Well, Mark, thank you again. And tell Ingrid
very welcome.
get well and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you and I continue the conversation in the back room, and we'll eat peanuts. But anyway, I want to say thank you to everybody for taking the time to watch the live stream. I told you
Yes. Thank
I'd
you.
have a great guest, and sure enough, Mark, he is one of the best, and I don't say that lightly. I really don't. So we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Get out there and fly for fun. And if you got the Part 107, go make a few bucks. But most importantly, fly safely. Have a good night, everybody.